Hello, guys. How are you? Thank you for being here. Tonight, we are going to talk about the creepy story why the supermodels are jumping. Why the supermodels so many years are jumping from New York sky towers, and how this is never solved. The last case of Chelsea Christ or Priest, pardon me, as well the 2006 Ruslana Korshiunova, and many more models and many more women. Isn't it, my question is it, when we talk about the woman empowering in this so patriarch society, men's world, isn't it enough that the men are literally torturing and beaten to death and killing women on the ground? So they have to do it as well from to give a point from the sky towers. Hello, guys. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to share with your community. Let me share as well. 1 second. That remind me, put the thumb up and share with your community. Up and share. Let me just tweet this. I'm going to tweet, guys. So we're going to try to have a few different aspects from Russian supermodel in New York to American, original American lady, Miss Universe or Miss US, the last one case of Cheslie Kryst. Let's talk deeper and let's research with the tarot. I already have done the Cheslie Kryst, the first reading, the first days, literally the day after she was found, uh, so-called suicide. And you can check in the Justice Will Be Served on my playlist about Chelsea Kryst, but I'm going to compare it again with Ruslana. So we're going to start first from that older case. It is very interesting. Where is one cult involved? The cult, the religious cult, the Rose of the World. And we are going to check that the story with the Russian tycoons using the pushing the models from ex-Soviet to be abused sexually as an escort. And here it is. We are going to towards that line. That's idea. That's what is my pre-energy. You know, I'm a Taurus and impatience, and I'm literally on the start giving you my first energy reading that I have the first impression literally from the first Google search of the images of these girls. Here it is. I'm going to hashtag as well religious cult. Let's see, is it possible? I'm going to hashtag Rose of the World. Don't forget to share with your community. Thank you being here. Thank you for support. As well, I'm literally going to hashtag true crime because for me this is not a case of willing suicide. Ruslana and Cheslie were positive ladies, and with a bunch of vitamins back at home in the bathroom, it's not a proof that these women are suicide. As well, the people around them, as well, the literally the receptionist on the door, the lift boy, the receptionist on the buildings of Ruslana and Cheslie, they would say the opposite. So yes, I'm literally going against the theory that from a first moment I heard the stories of Cheslie this winter as well. I'm going as well with the first moment listening to a story of Ruslana Korshiunova, another model that was living in New York and that literally jumped from her building and so-called willingly suicide. Who can confirm me? I don't understand how the stupid can be policemen because and the journalist to write the title in the newspaper that literally policemen reported that this lady done the suicide. Who told you that she done the suicide? Because definitely it's not possible. Hello, hello. Enjoy your cigar. What to tell? I see somebody's enjoying the suicide as well, guys. So it's shared. One second. So for the start, we are going towards the story of Ruslana. I'm going to as well to put a small mosaic of the beautiful faces later on for a new cover page and for the same live stream that will turn to a video. I'm going to download this live stream and I will put up nice mosaic of the all these beautiful women that so-called had a suicide. I will make a mosaic for a cover page. I'm promising, guys. So I think even this cover page is very nice. It's a little bit unfortunately ironic, but that's what it is. It's ironic the news when the people they try to serve in the middle of such a civilization like it's New York. They're trying to serve you the fake news that some beautiful woman jump over without any zero history of depression. This is full of life. This is really a BS news, fake news. As well, guys, don't forget that my stories, as I work more than 20 years as a warrior for the women's rights, and my stories are healing and women empowering. Use it as a such and listen to all my album, Justice Will Be Served, where is many red flags about the signs of red flags where the woman has to protect herself in the relationship from abuse, in a marriage, starting from a marriage to a boyfriend situation, starting from a manager in the supermodel energy, everything. Hello, Kylo. Hello, my dear Anar from Azerbaijan, Turkey, and Kylo from US. Hello, guys. So it's very interesting because this story, Kyle, will emerge into mixing with the last supermodel, the John from New York, Cheslie Kryst, that is your citizen, like US girl, right? And the Ruslana that was there, a supermodel guest from ex-Soviet Russia, originally Kazakhstan lady, I do believe, but from ex-Soviet Union, right? From Russia originally or Ukraine, and we are going to have a short story about her life as well. We're going to repeat short story about Chesley, but I'm going to, most important, I'm going to give you a long story about the cult of Rose of the World because Ruslana Korshiunova was a member of paying over expensive courses of life coaching, so-called Rose of the World, and you can Google it, Kyle. For the start, you can Google it. It's very interesting and they're over expensive. I mean, imagine 15 years ago, they were like uh, just few hours one afternoon for weekend. They would have a workshop that is more than 1,000 uh, euros or dollars back in Russia, right? And this is really over expensive. And as well, every new workshop would be more expensive than the previous. I mean, this is American model of the workshops that they're literally trying to embrace and put as well, use this live coaching for emerging into commercial things and literally using for fast track cash by manipulation of the members, followers of that stream, that wellness, that life coach program, or that cult. One second, let me just connect to US connection here on the telephone at least. Oh, this is not, it's so slow. Maybe because it's weekend. Oh my god, delaying was, it's usually 90 and now delaying is 600. What is happening here? Why it's so slow? Wow, something is wrong with connections. It's not even said here. Okay, I'm just going to connect. Hmm. Yes, connected. Connected. I don't know if it will show up. And I'm going to leave it here open, so I hope it will help for my networking in US. That's the purpose. So here it is, guys. This was intro. Let's go deeper into the stories. So we have the first story, guys. Here it is. Ruslana. So we start from Ruslana, the beautiful model, supermodel. Guys, if you remember, oh my God, I'm going to bring a perfume. 1 second. I have that perfume. 1 second. Literally, she was on advertise. So here it is. The girl that was literally be- the Ruslana Korshiunova. I didn't know as well that she was literally the face of the famous perfume elixir of Nina Ricci. Oh my god, I was keeping this for my daughter. It's very fun. Here it is. It's it's still here. This is really from that year, guys. It's so long. I mean, this is perfume 20 years ago. Still here, which is the year. And she became the supermodel, emerged into the West, West Europe and US scene after the advertise done for this beautiful. So you can Google. So Ruslana Korshiunova became a model for this beautiful perfume. And guys, it's still full. As you see, I still have it two-thirds. Okay, let's do one spray for Ruslana Spirit. I'm serious. It's so strong. It's a winter thing. It's very spicy. I love it. I put it only for New Year, me and my daughter, when it's my daughter here. Because she's very sensitive. She never used it eventually. But she liked the apples. Because she used to be, at that period, she was a young teenager and she was in a gothic style. So I thought it would be nice for her. So it stayed with Mama. She didn't like the aroma, but she liked design. So here it is. That's why still we still keep it. It's not used. So one for Ruslana Korshiunova Spirit. Here it is. It's very daring. I must say it's very daring. It's not gentle at all. It's very spicy. But again, this is a Nina Ricci. Why the Nina Ricci team wanted Ruslana to be there? Because Ruslana was there a synonym of the divine feminine element, and she was there with this longest hair. She was famous as a model with the longest hair. When you Google the story, you will find on YouTube the stories about her. She has the longest hair, like a Russian Rapunzel. Remember the Rapunzel? There was a Barbie Rapunzel with the longest hair down till the almost like till the knees. And oh my God, my daughter used to have that hair as well, long hair. Because of that advertise, I used to I bought that perfume, reminding me because she was there on the cover for that widow. For Thank you, Anar. And so much about mixing with the private. Just the moments that I'm trying to give a memory, a little bit of sweet talk about what is connected to her becoming a famous in the West society, right, outside of Russia. So why we connected to a rose of the world? because here it is, Rose of the World, that was a pact, a cult where many women are there emerging into the lessons, life coaching lessons, and literally being manipulated and very, very severe, strict um, mm, measurement during this manipulation with the words, with techniques over the workshop. And we are going to talk a little bit more about that cult Rosa world that she emerged into this cult as well. But let's see her life story just a little bit, guys. So here it is. Young girl, born 1987, 2nd July. Originally from Kazakhstan, Soviet Union. 87 was still existing Soviet Union, guys. Now it's Kazakhstan. Then used to be Almaty city in Kazakh. Died 28 June, just few days before her birthday. It is said that that same weekend they were preparing her friends and her boyfriend. They were preparing in New York. That same. It was a Saturday day, Saturday afternoon, 2 p.m. She jumped from a building and literally that same weekend they were supposed to celebrate. It was weekend and they were supposed to celebrate her birthday that same Saturday, just few days before her birthday, the 2nd July. So she died at not even having a full 20 years, so pity, before emerging in her 21st birthday, right, in New York. Cause of the death is a fall. So let's stay with the story. The cause of the death is a fall, not a suicide. I'm still staying with this idea. And it's as well known as a name of Russian Rapunzel with that longest hair. She was a fashion model. She was a top US model 2008. Imagine that. She was the high 173. Oh, this is not high. I mean, I'm 174. So that's 5 feet and 8. And eye color were electric blue, shimmering blues. It was like kind of some kind of the stigmatism in her eyes, and literally her eye color was so perfect for photography. And uh, here it is, guys. I'm going to put, I promise, the mosaic of all these models that I'm going to include in this live stream. I'm going to put mosaic on the cover page for all of them when it's downloading this video, I promise again. So she established herself as a rising figure in the fashion industry by posing for magazines including Vogue, designers such as Vera Wang, Nina Ricci. Korshiunova, unexpected death under unexplained circumstances. Here it is, the first red flag, unexplained circumstances, first red flag. Became a long-time controversial subject of international attention. She was born in Kazakh city Almaty. Her father, Sergei Korshunov, died in 92 when she was 5. Her mother, Valentina, and her elder brother, Ruslan, live in Kazakhstan. With different degree of fluency, she spoke Russian, Kazakh, English, and German. Kazakh is, I do believe, is similar to Anar. I do believe Anar could know. It's interesting. Anar. Have you heard of Ruslana Korshiunova? Anar? I do believe because Anar is from that region. It's so interesting. Kisses, Kisses Kylo. It's interesting. Anar is from that region. I think he can tell us more story. If he do, Anar, use Google Translate to tell us more. What have you heard about Ruslana Korshiunova? I do believe Anar is using the Google. Etsy Anar. Eh, tamam. I'm using a little bit of Turkish, Kylo, for Anar because I do believe Azerbaijan they talk Turkish. Yes, exactly. Eti Ricardo Superdi. Tamam. She was back to the story, guys. Ruslana was discovered 2003 when All Asia magazine printed a story on Almaty local German language club which Korshunova was attending. She was then a student pupil in that school. Her photograph, which was featured in the article, caught the attention of Debbie Jones of Model One agency. Jones tracked down and signed up to find that 15 years old Korshunova. Eventually, she was very old when she was found. I mean, but still, guys, don't forget this was still like opening of the ex-Soviet countries, right? And this is a pure gem. Even if you this beautiful woman you find at the age of 55, I mean, these beautiful specific eyes. She could be. I mean, again, I get excited. I mean, I get really thrilled talking about the stories of women killed because I do believe this woman was to live longer. This was not her time to die, and that's what I always experience when I'm channeling about injustice in somebody's so-called fake suicide. In fake suicide, so-called death arrange eventually it's killing, it's arranged suicide to look like it's a suicide. Her nickname became Russian Rapunzel for her length, knee length of the chestnut hair in her early work. She has exactly my color of the hair. She has that like chestnut reddish natural golden hair. Korshuna was represented by IMG, New York, Paris, London, and Milan, Beatrice Agency in Milan, Traffic Models in Barcelona, Maryland Models Agency, and Eye Casting Moscow, which was her mother agency, Moscow Eye Casting. British Vogue hailed Korshunova as a face to be excited about in 2005, after just more like less than 2 years of being in this modeling. Korshunova modeled for the covers of French Elle, Russian version of Vogue. She also modeled in a print ads for Nina Ricci, Blue Girl by Blue Marine, Clarins, Ghost, Gerbeau, Kenzo, Marite, Francois, Max, Studio, Moschino, Old England, Pantene Always Smooth, Paul Smith. Oh, I love Paul Smith. And Vera Wang Lingerie. On 28 June 2008, at around, again, we go to the day, what she was doing that day. We are going now to research. What was doing Ruslana Korshunova the last day? The night before, she was visiting her ex-boyfriend. They were having a movie, watching the Ghost movie, guys. Her ex-boyfriend. I do believe somewhere outside of the center, outside of Manhattan, like a New Jersey, I do believe. So that same morning, she returned, I think around 4 p.m., she returned in the building. So she was smiling to her receptionist. The last guy who saw her was that receptionist as well. There is a story that as well by her posting her medias uh, on her, whatever it is. Maybe that period was Facebook popular, 2008. I'm guessing it was a Facebook, not Instagram thing. I do believe that as well she was by the post, it was said, and later by the interview of the police, her new boyfriend confirmed Artem Perchenok is the boyfriend that was with her ex-boyfriend becoming her friend. That was the night before with her watching the movie Ghost with Demi Moore and Patrick Swayze. It's so spooky. And it's very strange because after they split up, he said, I have a feeling we stayed the friends, but as well, I have a feeling like she came to say goodbye. She was a good person, he added to a New York Post. However, Korshunova appeared broken-hearted and angry in some of her posting on social networking sites because she was posting a lot and he wrote a lot of poetry about her heartbroken situation, about doubting is the love exist or is there the love for eternity, is she feeling heartbroken with with a new boyfriend, with some ex-boyfriend that was a Russian tycoon that she met there in Russia while she was doing this cult serial with the Rose of the World groups. I mean, cult or the group, however you're going to call it, is still a cult. When the people start to be extreme and start to kill or suicide, definitely it's a cult. So in March 2008, one of her last posts was on her media: "I'm so lost. Will I ever find myself?" That's very spooky. This lady that was a young girl, not a lady, that was less than 21st birthday, right? It would be a few days after she would celebrate her 21st birthday. And that was prepared to celebrate it. Exactly, it was just arriving a few days after. And the last time was seen just about a noontime, having like a brunch date with her boyfriend, talking how to prepare the party of her birthday. And here it is. She returned to a building and suddenly 2:30 p.m. She's flying from the building. From her apartment, literally there is like a broken net and she emerged as well. It's very strange because how she fly off, it was not like she jumped down like from the window down in front of the building. She jumped like, I do believe, 8 feet far away from the building, like she was running from a far away. That's what the police was having a theory. Or guys, I'm just going to tell. I do believe that somebody like a two. I just heard two people. Literally, they push her. Two people were holding her. One person for the legs, one another person for the hands, and they literally throw her far away. That's the way. Otherwise, it was by personal jump. She would just jump like jump. It would stay next to the building. Her body wouldn't be so far away from the building. That's the first red flag, right? Let's go reverse. We are going to red flags with the Rose of the World, that cult that she joined. Of course, there's a lot of things to say. All the friends, her her new boyfriend that is some luxurious car rentier in New York. New boyfriend that was preparing this celebration, that the last one who saw her on a brunch, and the ex-boyfriend, her turned to be a friend, right, with whom she was the night before watching that ghost movie as well. All of these guys, literally, they were inspected from the police and they have a perfect alibi, like they are not suspected. There is, of course, few theories that we are going to follow. Was she involved into did she dare to do something against Rose of the World as well? Was she did she want to release the contract with being a part of this models agency turned to an escort? Was it really escort and sex trafficking involved? That will be insane question. And then we'll see what will be the last coming as a news. During the reading as well, guys, I'm going to try to connect with the ghost box. Expert did not find, we are talking about her body forensic. Expert did not find traces of someone else's skin under her nails. Nothing. Korshiunova mother, Valentina Kutenkova, does not believe in her daughter's suicide. Her mother said she told me about her work problems about a year ago. She said that she wanted to quit modeling business. Wow. So let's ask, was Ruslana killed because she wanted to leave the model industry? Let's see the first card. Wow, here it is. So many people involved. She knew so many things. She was in conflict. Definitely, this is when I'm reading when I have a reading after somebody's death, Five of Wands is a card of the conflict. So yes, the answer is yes. First, card would be yes, she was in conflict with the model industry. That would be the first answer. Was she in conflict with the model industry? Wow. As well, there was like undecided, like it was like torn apart, should she stay or not? But as well, she was unserious. Whenever she returned, should I stay? I will do a little bit more. I will stay with them a little bit more. Knight of Cup as well. You remember this energy of the cups we don't trust, like somebody changed their mind, returning apologetic, but as well, again repeating the same immature decision. As well, popping out, very interesting, popping out, jumping the card. Do you see the card, guys? Just check this card. This is as well possible love triangle. Yes, that's card emerging. I'm just going to leave it here, wherever the cards, whichever card is going to call me, I'm just going to leave it here. Let's see. Thank you for comment. Do share with your community. Mohamed Nakib, a concierge who worked in her building, stated, I was shocked when I saw her on the pavement. She was on the road, small and pitiful, in a puddle of the blood, surrounded by a crowd. Her arms and necks were broken. Only next day I realized what was wrong. It was her hair. It was much shorter than when I last saw her that night. Lively and happily. Guys, I just said that there was a receptionist who saw her that same night returning, like that night from the last night out for that movie, quiet night, movie at home, spooky movie, Ghost Ride. As well, guys, I'm just going to say this same guy, Mohammed Nakib, that was receptionist, concierge in that building. He noticed, he was thinking over next 24 hours, and then he realized she was having less hair. So I'm going to ask, did somebody cut her hair before throwing her from the building? Wow. Here it is. There were two people involved. Did I say somebody was holding her body like this? And one for legs, one person for legs, another person for hands, and throwing her. That's why she was so far away from her building. That was unnatural. If you are by yourself jumping, it would be different as well. As she was very literate, well spoken, talked so many languages as well. She was writing a lot of poetry statement on her social media. She would leave the notes as a suicide person for sure, and poetical one, and educated for sure. She would leave this note at least to her mother, if not to the lovers, but I do believe she would leave it as well to the lovers because of whom she feels like I'm going to do this, and for her mother. I do believe this woman, if she wanted to kill herself, she would leave for the lover and one for her family letters. I do believe. Never was found any letters there. So her concierge was suspicious. Who cut her hair? And then she went off. It seems like it was cut in a hurry since the ends were uneven. So the end of the hair, when you look the body there on the pavement, it looks shorter because her hair was really, really down to the knee as well. Her hair was looking like somebody cut it right, like a punishment, zigzag, zigzag, was uneven. Even when she was laying there on the pavement, right, literally laying on dead on the street. Moscow merchant Sergei, who worked on her makeup in a Moscow morgue, stated when he had to confirm when so they sent her body back to Moscow, and in the Moscow morgue, her makeup artist, he said, all the makeup artist who was literally doing the makeup artist after her death in Moscow, he stated, all I got is a polite thank you, but nobody called me for an interview. Hair could fall out because of a strong impact, but it could not become a shorter. That's what is his statement. Wow, that's so scary. Like I said, yes, there were two guys who cut her hair, and there were two executors, guys. I see two people there. This was a punishment, execution. Wow. Hmm. People who put her in a trap, 3 or 1s. Definitely it was execution by these two guys. Wow, and a traitor because of some contract. There was a legal thing there as well. There was a case, guys, where Ruslana was in the previous year having a trial suing some agency. Is that in New York or something like that? That for $500,000 that somebody at that period, 2000 before 2008, has literally somebody who was her manager has stolen this money from her, uh, abused her work, and literally she was having a court case about this. Was the modeling and agency involved in this again? Again, guys, do check up. On the bottom was a star media thing. Wow, I do believe it's about the models and agency. There was about model agency. Wow. There were two people from a model agency sent to execute her and wait for her. And yes, was this a form of we are going to punish her as example to other models because she is a traitor? She want to cancel the contract with us. Yes, Anna. Yes, I do see your comments. Thank you for being here. I do believe they just wanted literally to give example to other girls. This, as you see, for me, this is a card of marketing, this model agency in this case. And yes, they literally wanted, this was a judgment call because she wanted to cancel. She was a traitor for that contract. And here it is. What was execution? The execution. This is so scary, guys. Look at the card. Do you see the person falling? Wow, the person is falling. Wow, this person is falling. Hmm. Terrible, very hard reading. I should put, guys, this. This would be a perfect illustration for this story about supermodel jumping, being pushed, not jumping. We are going to change the name. So her makeup artist is in Moscow morgue when she was dead, right, preparing her for the funeral. He said, when I was preparing the body for a funeral, I noticed that the hair was in a very poor condition. The hair couldn't fall during the jump. It couldn't be shorter. Maybe it could be somebody pulling a little bit of hair, but the hair shouldn't be shorter during the fly, right down. I even offered to find her a wig. It was her hair was so messy and short. I wanted to find a good wig for her funeral, just not to confuse her relatives. But as well, when I suggested to her relatives, they refused. They wanted her to be natural, her family. The ends were uneven, as if someone had cut it with the scissor on on purpose in a rush, as execution I would call it. That's how I just imagine this guy doing this as execution. And yes, there were two people in the room. That's what I'm going to say. And again, according to the testimony of many witnesses, no stranger or suspicious people were noticed on the day of Korshiunova death in the building on Water Street. The back exit in the yard is visible to a concierge. Nobody could pass by the reception unnoticed. During her last visit, Korshiunova mother stopped at the apartment. According to Korshiunova friends, Valentina, her mother Valentina, spent several hours at the door of the apartment. She is still hoping to find the answer from the local police. They refuse They refuse, um, they rejected mother of Ruslana to see and visit her apartment. That was very spooky. Okay, that's very spooky. On July 7th, 2008, Korshunova was buried on Kovanskoye Cemetery in Moscow. Her mother stated to Russian newspaper Pravda that the Russia capital was one of her daughter's favorite city, and that Ruslana would want her beloved Moscow to be her last resting place. That's really a sad thing. As well, I must say, on the bottom is a card, somebody that she knew. Here it is. Who organized this? Like I said, it's about model agency, celebrity person, and that she was a traitor of. And we are going to go deeper. Was it a celebrity person, this Russian tycoon that she was dating and preparing birthday with her? Maybe he didn't like that she was the night before visiting another man that was her now friend to be ex-boyfriend. Maybe it's that the traitor thing. Or was it definitely this is a person in her circle, free of cups. This is a person that she knew in her circle, and surrounding person that literally um, sent these two guys to do the execution. 1 second. I do believe that this person was furious because, as well, questioning if she is lawyer or not, because we have explanation for justice to be served. Somebody want to give her a lesson with because of her previous words. This person was very angry on Ruslana. Justice in the previous words. And like I said, this is a person that she knows her circle of people, Three of Cups. And it's a famous one, celebrity person. Wow. Famous one or successful. And her friends knows as well who is this person. We are going deeper. Let's ask. Does her colleagues know who is executor who ordered this? Wow, Ten of Pentacles. Wow. My guys, this is a person that she was working. She canceled Queen of Swords. And yes, it could be one lady. And at her work, the people that they work with her, there is a lady that worked with her. She knows the answer. People from the work, Ten of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. As well, she was the one that she literally wanted to deliver. She was threatening that she's going to tell the truth about her secret job behind the scene of this company. I do believe it's about escort, guys. Okay, was it about the she wanted to cancel escorts? Wow, yes, she regret. Here it is. She regret being involved with the Five of Cups. She regret being involved, and she wanted to cut off this escort service through the model agency. So I'm going to leave it here. Interesting. Yes, and she was rejecting to work anymore as escort for that model agency. So she regret working with them, and she rejected this. Queen of Swords, she wanted to be with her own values and rejected him. She was not happy. Four of Cups covered with the Ten of Cups. She rejected because she was not happy working this thing. Did she want to close as well, working at all as a model? Yes, she was ready to cancel everything. Was she dreaming to have that pure love, to get married? And stop working? Sure, she was. British TV producer and filmmaker Peter Pomerantsev has theorized that Korshiunova's suicide was related to her involvement with Rose of the World. So here it is. Now we are going to the story about Rose of the World. Once more, let's just pick up with another tarot deck to confirm the same answer. Let's see. Is it her boyfriend, the new boyfriend, the one that ordered this? Wow, I got the card of Ace of Cups. new boyfriend has no chance. It was like a missed opportunity. And as well, this person, this guy, the new boyfriend, like canceled her because he thought that this lady was a traitor. Did he order? Yes, there was on the bottom Three of Cup, like Three of Pentacle covered the Three of Swords, like you're a traitor. I'm going to send the teamwork to punish you. Wow, here it is. Wow. Huh. Judgment call for the traitor. Yes. Was it the new boyfriend that punished her? Yes, I see. He finished her. I have 10 of swords covered the 10 of wands. So the answer would be the new boyfriend was the jealous one as well. But as well, she was preparing to cancel the contract with her agency. Let's see more. Thank you for the roses, guys. Thank you for your comments. So now we're going, as you see, again repeating the teamwork. Yes. So the boyfriend was a jealous, and she literally, I do believe that literally here it is. He didn't like that she spent time with her ex-boyfriend friends. She didn't trust her. He thought that she's here it is, a traitor, not loyal, and she punished her. She sent this teamwork, like I said, these two guys that repeatedly show on the start of literally two guys. And these two guys, literally, they cut her hair. And these two guys as well, they throw her body far away from the building. That was the thing, holding her for hands, one guy, and another guy for legs. This was pure execution, guys, with the previous words and teamwork, paid from her lover. Here it is. Wow. Judgment call, releasing the burden. Finish her. Yes, he was manifesting this punishment. That's for me execution. Talking with the normal language, not the tarot language, guys. So now I'm going just to put the time frame, guys. Let me just type the time frame for the cult, Rose of the World. Let me just add that thing for you guys. Ruslana. Cult. Rose of the World. Here it is. 48 minutes. Let's see, is it involved Rose of the World as well? Here it is. I'm going to ask with the new tarot deck. Was Rose of the World, was the member of the Rose of the World the lover that executed her? No, that was injustice. This person, she thought it was the right guy for her, like her twin flame, but this was injustice. This guy was married. The guy that she met for the Rose of the World was a Russian tycoon, but he was a playboy with so many girls as well. He was married. So that was a missed opportunity, the answer for that question as well. Did he order her execution again? I'm getting just a judgment. Wow. Is that the guy, the Russian tycoon? Here it is. She's hanging here, guy. Again, the hanging is so spooky. Wow. She like falling from that tower building in Judgment Call. This is so weird. It's so pure. It's so direct, open cards. Interesting. Judgment Call. Wow. Again, Judgment Call. Six of Cups and Hangman. Interesting. So here it is. Was it Russian tycoon that she was in love in Russia? The playboy guy that she was in love involved? No, he rejected her. It was a fake Twinflame manage. So it's not him. She was just in love with him, but this love was not pure. He was rejected. She is shown as a Queen of Cups, but his emotions are Four of Cups. I'm rejecting you. I'm just not interested in any emotions. I have other options, so many options. He was sleeping literally with all these girls in the same moment. Is it a Russian model agency or in this cult group, Rose of the World? So, what is the story about this cult group that emerged there in Russia? British TV producer Peter Pomerantsev has theorized that Korshunovan's suicide was related to her involvement with this movement. That was a Moscow based organization which describes itself as a training for personal development, Rose of the World. While researching for a documentary into Korshunova's death, Peter Pomerantsev from London learned that the model spent 3 months paying the training sessions at Rose of the World. These sessions, which encourage participants to share their worst experience and recall repressed memories, are modeled after Live Spring, whose controversial methods were the subject of multiple lawsuits for mental damage in the US during the 1980s. Korshunova attended training sessions with a friend, Ukraine model Anastasia Drozdova, who committed suicide under similar circumstances in 2009. So I'm going to again to ask I'm going to add as well the questions, guys, about her new friend, one more model that jumped 2009, Anastasia Drozdova. So, friends of these two women, of Anastasia and Ruslana, reported changes in behavior after several months at the Rose in the center. Korshunova became aggressive, while Drozdova experienced violent mood swings, maybe it was bipolar, guys, and grew reclusive. Both lost weight. After 3 months of training, Korshunova returned to New York to look for work, where she wrote of feeling lost and doubting herself. Remember her last post? I'm so lost. Will I ever find myself? Rick Ross, head of the Cult Education Forum, argues that organizations such as Rose of the World work like drugs, giving you peak experience, their adherents always coming back for more. The serious problems start when people leave. Their training have become their lives. They come back to emptiness. The sensitive ones busy break. Only months after leaving the Rose, Korshunova was found dead. As you see, the year after as well, her friend Anastasia Drozdova that was uh, as well on that same course with her. So we are going to ask as well this. Let's emerge in the second question, guys. Second model story emerging into this cult as well. Definitely, this cult was really ruining their own with their own manipulation, ruining their lives. That's for sure because many people were having a drastic and literally life damaging situation threatened. I do believe I have heard as well that this cult group has to change the name. They had to change the name because as well there were the lawsuit, right? Not just in US in 1980s, right? As well there were even in Russia they had to change the name. So here it is. Anastasia Drozdova. Let me add her name as well. Thank you. So Anastasia, 55, maybe 53, right? 2 minutes. So the question is here. Was Anastasia Drozdova, her friend, involved? Was Anastasia Drozdova Ruslana friend on the same course of Rose, attending the same course Rose of the World? Was Anastasia Drozdova killed from the modeling agency? Wow. Whew. It is God. Wow. There is her boss. Guys, do check up as well. It could be she was pregnant as well. I'm going to research. Was Anastasia Drozdova pregnant? Wow. Yes, there is a secret pregnancy, guys. Wow, there is a secret pregnancy. Anastasia died because she had a pregnancy, guys. And she was afraid that this will stop her. She was so terrified to have that pregnancy because it would block her work. That's what happened there. She was not ready to be mama. Let me see. Okay, she was pregnant when she jumped. Terrible, terrible. But as well, look at two cards that they were literally covered. Two cards. Do you see the guy, selfish guy who is a traitor, and married guy? Wow. Let me see again. I'm going to see. Was Anastasia Drozdova killed? Not with this fake suicide. Was Anastasia Drozdova killed by this Russian tycoon? Wow. Here it is. Playboy, King of Wands. Yes, definitely man killed her. I'm not going to go deeper. If we will have a new video just about her. Let me try to Google her. How it look Wikipedia about her. Yes, let's do her now. Because guys, we had this story about Chelsea. Yes, we were going to stop for Chelsea as well at the end. But let's see what we have about Anastasia. Model that jumped. Only thing that he jumped from a building in Ukraine or Russia. So here it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your smileys. I'm just going to check because mostly the stories they start, guys, with Ruslana Korshiunova, but then it's get back to a story of next one the year after in Kiev. So yes, I found it. The year after also committed suicide 2009 in Kiev, Anastasia Drozdova. So it's not easy to open. This is a yellow page, lot of advertise. So terrible advertise here. I cannot read. Beautiful girl. Probably I'm going to post this one. I love this photo that I found just this moment, guys. One second. The advertiser stopping this browsing. Here it is. It's frozen the screen. Now it's going to close it totally. So many. The suicide. So the second girl that jumped off, 1 second, article start comparing with again with Ruslana case the year before, June 28, 2008, and then Anastasia, close friend of Ruslana, also committed suicide 2009 in Kiev, Ukraine, under similar circumstances. Anyway, she was Ukrainian model. As well, Anastasia mother, Olga, she searched her room and she found a lot of papers from Rose of the World. Eventually, when Anastasia died, literally Denver unrolling the the truth of Rose impact and effect of these training groups turned to a cult, Rose of the World. As well, there were strange words. Anastasia, your lullaby is winter's end. You're on your way. What is this? Like a winter's end? Like, is it the death? Is that the end of the death? Is it rejuvenating? Is it opposite from a death? Winter's end. Is Anastasia defrosting? Is she a snow queen that's going to defroze, winter's end, like something is defrosing? Iceberg is melting. What could that mean? What is Rose of the World? I know she went there with Ruslana. That's what Anastasia mother said. So, how was that strange behavior of Anastasia and Ruslana when they were involved with these workshops, paying them, overpaying them? Anastasia would start rose, then burst into tears. She missed casting, became reclusive. Ruslana became aggressive for the first time ever, swore and cursed. Both of them they lost weight. Like there are some super boost for weight losing. What is this? Not for detox, not for life coaching. This is really sick cult. Rose of the World assistant Volodya told Pomerantsev that the changes in Ruslana behavior were normal, really normal. He quoted her saying, Ruslana had what we called rollback. She felt a little strange, little strange. You would find her wandering round town, unsure what she was doing there. That's what is in these cultures of the world called rollback, like leading her members first, getting them abused to pay more and more the new courses, and the next new courses are more expensive than the first startup training workshop as well, then leaving them to lost and to be called lost and wander around the city are broken. These old people, they should be in a mental institute. Whoever is coaching this thing and whoever is a founder of this, for me it seems like it's a mind controlling game. Is this a mind controlling game? One second. One second. One second. Yes. Is a rose of the world called mind controlling? Wow, yes. Yes, it's true. On one side, like they always change the name and they will always change the name and emerge again. It's definitely addiction, as you see. That's what they're doing. Like any other cult. This is total the cards for me, cult for any cult. Nine of Cups, like playing with this truth, twisting the truth with these two different opposite cards. Ace of Wands and Ace of Swords, yes or no, and then addiction, rollback effect, I would call it with these two cards. And Anastasia, what was Anastasia while Ruslana was wandering around city, feeling strange, lost? Anastasia, she was messed up already when she when she showed up on a workshop. Look at the guys are daring to talk with the clients who are trustful, giving them the money, and literally their clients. There, she this guy is daring to call Anastasia her client that was overpaying this course of life, multiply courses, right, of the life coaching. He dared to call her. She already came to us messed up. She was messed up already. We tried to help her, we really tried, but she refuses transformation. Yes, she refuses to jump the first year, 2008. She was refusing transformation immediately, but after 1 year, she jumped off. Right, she's suicide. Blame modeling, maybe drugs, not us. Pomerantz's account of footage from the Rose is illuminating. He writes, when you enter the Rose building, there is darkness and shouting. Everything is designed to stun unconscious minds, suspend critical thought. He describes, um, he describes, one second, guys, a life trainer who talks so fast you can't help but be confused. The microphone set at the level your head starts hurting. And then there is a photo of the building, literally the building where Ruslana was found dead. Ruslana and Anastasia, it appears, found something of a refuge in the Rose and signed for the 3 days training courses that cost almost $1,000 each. Pomeranze reported Ruslana spent 3 months attending new sessions that were more expensive. She wrote at the time, just before returning to New York, just a few months before her death, she wrote, I'm so lost. Will I ever find myself? So I'm just going to say probably it was useful. Was it useful? No, I don't think. Was it useless? Definitely was useless paying these over expensive courses because she didn't find, people are paying the life coaching to get improved, not to have still the doubt and feeling lost. So this was a useful money, definitely. Of course, there could be many other reasons for Ruslana's suicide. Former model, psychologist Elena Bukova believes that fashion industry is to blame. I do believe too as well, guys. And in his living years, sociologist Emil Durkheim said that young women from former Soviet republics are especially vulnerable because he claimed parents have no tradition or value system to pass into their children. This is not true. Their parents, they have a value. They are the old generation. This is totally hilarious. But the new generation, the models, when they go and they change, they see their parents having like, I don't know, $100 per month, or I don't know, 300 to $500 per month, but they're having per hour that same amount back when they're in Milano or New York. Of course, they have this twisted reality. They are lost and they're vulnerable with this material readiness when they're working abroad. Not their parents, not the parents. It is also no secret that Ruslana struggled with the breakup of her tycoon boyfriend. Okay, we analyzed that case about the tycoon. Her friend Luba told Pomerantsev, he's gorgeous. Girls drop at his feet. He's been with so many of the friends. He's a perfect playboy, and all the girls there, they look perfect. I love this photo. Maybe I should take this photo. There's so many models here. But I think it's cool to keep this. What do you think, guys, if I keep this? Should we keep this cover page? Do you like my cover page? Welcome to make a comment when it's downloading. Okay, I'm going to save this image. It's interesting because there are a lot of models. So one, it could be interesting for the new cover. Oh, it's slowing. Pardon, guys, I'm just trying to. Again, it's frozen. Whenever I take this page, because there's so many advertised aggressive on left and right side in the column, it stops anything that I'm. Oh, I hope I won't. I hope it won't block the live stream as well. 1 second. It's a cool photo. I love this photo. Guys, I'm going to show 1 second. I cannot. It's tucked here. Oh my god. It doesn't want. It's coming. Here it is. Bravo. Save. When the relationship ended for Ruslana with this tycoon, I mean the tycoon, Russian tycoon didn't want something more serious. She couldn't understand. Suddenly she was one of all of the girls, one of the million, not the right one, not the twin flame of this guy. So she posted on her social media many poetical, heartbroken messages of her sorrow. In one of them, she's literally writing, "My dream is to fly. Oh, my rainbow is too high." Guys, this is just some song, probably rap or even Jamaica thing, right? Rainbow is too high. My dream is to fly. Yes, I'm a rainbow too. Definitely, I do believe this is not even her own thing. I do believe this is somebody's song. Just quoted from Ruslana. And as well, again, the biggest red flag, except that her hair, right? Her head was there. Somebody punished and cut it her hair before throwing her from the building. Another proof for that she was thrown is that that's not a fall from the building. It was 8.5, almost 9 meters far away from the building. That's nobody could who is jumping from this building. He cannot be 9 meters from the building. That was not a fall. That was a leap, or somebody literally throwing her body far away from the building. The supermodel didn't stand on the ledge and take a step off. As well, there was no place from her balcony to have a run and to go far away, right? To have a run from a small balcony and to jump from a far away, to have that stand and then to fly so far away from the building. So that is not rational. So again, I repeat, guys, this is definitely somebody who was literally there were two guys involved. I'm repeating, two guys who were sent to execute her. These two guys here, they push her, they roll her, and here it is, she's falling from the building. This was execution from a teamwork sent. Do you see, guys? Yes. So again, last, we are going to call out the ghost box. I'm going to light the candle, guys. I'm going to do the ghost story now. We are going to call the ghost, right? The spirit of these girls. We're going to call out the spirits of these supermodels: Ruslana, Anastasia, Cheslie as well, Kryst. Guys, Google my on my album playlist, just it's find the reading long live stream about Cheslie as well. There is as well a short version. I'm going to put a short version as well of this reading now while I'm opening the ghost box. And Ruslana. And let me put the time frame for a ghost box. 1 hour, 16 minutes. Here it is, guys. 1 second. We're opening the ghost box. Hello, dear spirits. Hello, dear spirits. Please help us out with the story about. Please, can you find for us Ruslana Korshiunova and Anastasia Drozdova and Cheslie Kryst or Kryst? We're trying to connect to Ruslana Korshiunova that died 2008, Anastasia Drozdova that died 2009, and Cheslie Kryst that died 2022. Cheslie and Ruslana, they so-called, they have a... You're closed. Thank you. The spirit said I'm close. Can you tell me more? Can you find blood? Where was the blood? Ruslana,
I'm close.
you're close. Can you tell me? I'm going to ask you, was there something in the blood of Ruslana Anastasia, or should we check the Cheslie Kryst, the blood tests? Should they repeat the blood test results from forensic? What was in the blood of Cheslie Kryst? Is that what you're telling me, dear? Something in the blood, guys, the first note. I'm going to leave here. Uh, Please, dear spirits, can you tell us more, dear spirits? What about blood? Is it, I think for Ruslana and Anastasia is too late, right? Should we still do the Cheslie Kryst, the blood test? Because I do believe that the first day after she jumped, so-called jumped, found dead Cheslie Kryst in New York, I already said that that was execution as well. Let's ask, guys, with another tarot deck, with the new. I'm using for every new person, new question, new deck, just not to have confusion. New 78 cards. What about blood? Wow. Yes, guys. Definitely, it was a sloppy job with forensic. They have to check up some heart attack. It was provoked heart attack. They have to check up the blood, the blood test results of Cheslie Kryst with the fake heart attack. Is it the same with Bob Saget? Is it the same with Bob Saget that whatever they injected, whatever was this executor who pushed her from the building?
Watching you.
Thank you, Chesley. Chesley is watching me. Thank you. Guys, Chesley, the spirit of Chesley Christ and Ruslana and Anastasia, Nazdarovlia, wherever you are. Here it is, guys. Definitely, they have whoever have done the sloppy job. Definitely, there is things to restart. I suggest to a family of Cheslie Kryst to literally do it again with the Ace of Wands to check up again with the new forensic analysis with the new person or with the same person do this again the analysis. That's what I'm going to say here. This is a
Closer.
closer. I'm close to the idea. Thank you. Can you help me more? Can you give me more details, dear spirits? Cheslie. This is now the news for
Do
Chess.
not.
What not? Do tell me. Not to type the name. Do tell me. Who is with me? Chesley? Chesley, is it you? Chesley, is it you? You type one. Sorry, guys, I'm putting the timestamps right for you. Chesley, are you with us? This is for you. The forensic has to be restarted. Ace of Wands. That's so clear, guys. It was arranged, whatever they injected in her body to make her powerless as well as it provoked a heart attack. A bunch of people this winter had so-called suicide, overdose, and everything turns to be a heart attack. What's happening? Bob Saget, the same. It was arranged. Taylor Hawkins from Foo Fighter, it is the same thing. Cheslie Kryst now, again the same story. Dear spirits, let's check up, guys, just the the last card deck for you guys. Let's check up boat. Who is on the boat? I just heard that. Interesting. I just heard.
Carl. Farther.
Father, farther, the girl on the boat. Tell me. The girl farther, like further, or like father,
Farther.
like her father, like daddy, right?
Farther.
Farther. I think guys like further more on the boat. Is it safe for me to be on the boat with my daughter? Maybe it's a message for me, guys. You never know. Is this message for me and my daughter? Is it safe to be on the boat? Please, dear spirits. This message is for whom? Guys, again, this could be our next case. I'm going to literally to check. Everything is now in the file. In hell. There is no hell. My dear, there is no hell. The boat will take you. Your spirit is going to be taken to divine, to a creator. There is no hell. Don't be afraid. The hell doesn't exist, my dear. It's not a hell. You need a hug. You will hug the angels. The angels are going to hug you and your ancestors there when your boat arrived. What is your name? This is a new spirit guide. What is your name? You're not lost. There are people who are going to give you a hug. Do I need to give you a hug? Yes, probably. But the angels are going to give you the hug, and your ancestors are going to be there. You won't be alone. Don't be scared, my dear.
6.
Six? Six people are there on the boat. Are there six people on the boat with you, or six people waiting there? Are there six people waiting for you? Six angels?
6.
Six. Six. Number six.
Hug.
The hug of six people waiting for you. Yes, there are people who are going to help you. Here it is. I got spirit. Spirit, I got the card for you. Yes. I'm going to close, guys. Yes, it's burning the candle. It make a fire. That's confirming. Yes, we are the spirits going to help you. These six people. They're here. It is. We are together, and we are here to help you, dear spirits. Do trust these spirits and these angels. You will be just fine. It will be better there than your spirits will be better there than on the planet Earth. Don't be afraid, dear. Just embrace and trust that process. Be strong and thank you. Be in peace and go in peace there. Just follow them. Let them help you embrace that thing. Thank you, dear spirits. Go in peace. And have a peace and closure to Cheslie Kryst and Ruslana Korshiunova and Anastasia Drozdova. Let them rest in peace.
Farther.
Further, we are going to continue.
Female.
Female. Further. There is a longer list, guys. I do believe that the ghost box are telling us it's a longer list of the women of the supermodels who were literally executed in this modeling industry. I mean, the modeling industry is a cult without the rose of the world.
Hill.
Yes.
I see you.
You see me. Thank you. And I hear you thanks to a ghost book. I hear you and you can see me. Sorry. Oh, sorry, it's advertised. It's advertised on this application. Dear spirits, just embrace this process and stay with the angels. Embrace this process and trust these six people around you, angels. And rest in peace. Just follow them. Thank you. Guys, this was really a touching story of the lost spirit, a new fresh person that just departed. I do believe this person, the last spirit that was talking with us, was a case of this of the spirit of the person that just departed, that literally recently this moment or this day, last days, departed and is literally on a boat departing, emerging that meeting into the meeting further on and being afraid from a hell. And I told her that this doesn't exist, that she's going to embrace this, uh, embrace the creator and the divine energy there and angel support and angel stories that they are waiting for her. So guys, for today this was really um, this was really a long story as well, guys. I'm going now to use for you the short version, to give you the report, the short version. Let me do that for you with 60 seconds for each of these stories. Where it is. Supermodels falling from a sky buildings in New York. So Cheslie Kryst family, they should check new forensic blood, something in the blood that the ghost boss said. Check up again the blood test, the forensic, do it again. There was literally provoked from her executors who arranged so-called suicide. They put her a shot that literally emerged into the provoked the heart attacks during that fall as well, and plus they push her as well. Ruslana Korshiunova later rejected the industry as well, didn't want anymore to work for them, was not happy with her job, Ten of Pentacles as well. Her boyfriend was here sending executors because he was jealous of her ex-boyfriend. And he sent the people literally to push her, and as well they cut her hair as well. Ruslana Korshiunova and Anastasia. As well, I'm going to do another one for Anastasia because her story is a little bit different. She was pregnant when she was pushed to jump from her married boyfriend. Cheslie Kryst. Ruslana again, her name. Guys, let me hashtag this. Just bear with me. Welcome your questions, guys, your comment. Sure. And then we have Chelsea. Thank you in advance, guys, for the PayPal donations. Don't forget to subscribe. Let me hashtag this thing in a short version. Welcome to subscribe to YouTube channel, Gala Travel, put the alarm bell. Check album Justice and daily live this. Let me see how it looks now. slow internet, guys. As well, I'm going to leave you this note. I have one more short version for the next supermodel jazz, and then we are going to close. Here it is the time frame for you guys. So many interesting subtitle. Do check each. Here it is. I'm going to put a timestamp for you guys. See as well. Let me put Cheslie. It is as well, guys. It will be added to my album. Justice will be served. Welcome to check. 1 second. Let's transfer to Instagram as well. Ruslana Korshiunova. 1 second. Let me add one perfect photo for all of them. I think this is the best. No. I had to make a different angle of the photo. 1 second. Here it is.
Hide.
That's it, guys. One second.
Supermodels falling from a sky, buildings in New York. So, Cheslie Kryst family, they should check new forensic
Let me
blood,
hashtag.
something in the blood.
Hello. Hello, Alice. Hello, thank you for being here. 1 second, I'm still downloading the short version, Alice. Thank you for being here. It was very interesting night, and it was a ghost box as well, dramatical. And when it's downloading, you're as well to see. You can go a little bit reverse just to support watching hours. But as well, when it's downloading, you will later click. And as well, I'm still downloading. I'm going to make one more for next photo model. This was just the first one.
Supermodels falling from a sky, buildings in New York. So Cheslie Kryst family, they should check with new forensic blood, something in the supermodels falling from.
Focus there. Yes.
Sky.
Here it is. I think it's downloading. Let me hashtag here their names as well. One second. How are you, Alice? Korshiunova? I'm confused with the Russian name. Anastasia. I have to see what is her full name.
At the post office says, check up again the blood test and forensic book again. There is little provoke from her executors who arranged so-called suicide. They put her shot.
So here it is, the next one. Let's do the 60 seconds for Anastasia Drozdova. Anastasia Drozdova. As well, the cult. I'm going to hashtag as well cult rose of the world. But I do believe that the fashion industry, the modeling is a cult eventually turned to be just escort, legal escort. Rose of the world. Here it is. So here it is. As well, I'm going to hashtag the woman empowering. Woman empowerment. Not to be a model, guys. That's what I'm going to hashtag always. I must say, I'm always against the modeling, except if it's a charity. And there it is. I hashtag all of that. You're cold. Okay, now I see. Sorry, I was hashtagging. What did you say, Alice? A little sick with the cough. Use the honey and the ginger. Make your tea with the fresh ginger or dry. At least if you have a powdered ginger, ginger and a honey, or just a hot water and a ginger. That's what I learned in Thailand. They always give you a ginger for everything, for the temperature, for the it's very just a honey and a lemon in a hot water. Honey and lemon, it's very nice. I'm having a lemon water, just cold lemon water. So Anastasia, the last one, Anastasia Drozdova. Here it is, guys. Anastasia Drozdova, the friend of Ruslana Korshiunova. After 1 year of Ruslana so-called suicide pushed from a sky building in New York, was Anastasia Drozdova, her friend, that they were together having this course of Rose of the World. She was having the same type of suicide at the end of the life, unfortunately. She was her best friend there. She was from Ukraine. She died in Kiev jumping over the building, but this was arranged from her lover because she was pregnant. There was a secret thing and she was devastating. She was pregnant, secret pregnancy that only her lover knew, but he didn't want, and he hid the truth. Here it is. And literally, she was afraid she will lose the job. Here it is. in with the pregnancy, and this guy didn't want to marry her. I do believe he was married as well. So that's the reality of
Here it is,
behind
guys.
Anastasia.
Anastasia Drozdova, the friend of Ruslana Korshiunova, after 1 year of Ruslana so-called suicide pushed from a sky building in New York, was Anastasia Drozdova, her friend, that they were together having this uh, course of Rose of the World. She was having the same type of suicide at the end of the life. Unfortunately, she was her best friend there. She was from Ukraine. She died in Kiev jumping over the building, but this was arranged from her lover because she was pregnant. There was a secret thing and she was devastating. She was pregnant, secret pregnancy that only her lover knew, but he didn't want. And he hid the truth. Here it is. And literally, she was afraid she would lose the job. Here.
I'm going to hashtag her name here. Anastasia. Anastasia Drozdova. Ginger with lemon. Bravo. Yes, that's the best. Anastasia. But for example, if you're somewhere in a strange place, like passing by in an office or in a hotel, you can just have ask for honey if somebody has in the bar honey, and just have a hot water and lemon. Just that's the like like a travel kit. Anastasia Drozdova. Drozdova. I'm just careful not to lose her name here. Like this. That is her story, the second girl. And for Chesley, I'm going to repeat for Chesley Kryst short 150 seconds that the forensic has to be restarted. What is this one? Okay, it's downloading, guys. Chesley. Chesley Kryst. Will they do it again? Yes, definitely. I do believe that her family is was in the process of making a funeral, was very vulnerable, and they really need to check. Yes, definitely. My ghost box said, do check the blood and fake heart attack. So do check again whatever it was. Asa won't check it again, the blood, the forensic analyst. That's a message for Chelsea Christ family. One second, let me just. Huh, how is this? Hi, it's so slow. Anastasia just still downloading to Instagram.
Here
One
it
sec.
is, guys.
What is the time
Here
there?
it is, guys.
Anastasia. Let me see if I can add her face here. That would be nice. No. Okay, fine. One second. Like this. You know this, Ruslana, you didn't know that I said on the start, you have to watch all my live stream. So this was the first story, the lady for a cover of Nina Ricci. Alice, that was the lady. And let me just download this for you guys on YouTube as well.
Here in this
It's slow today.
Anastasia Drozdova, the friend of Ruslana Korshiunova, after 1 year of Ruslana so-called suicide push when island in New York, was Anastasia Drozdova, her friend. They were together having this course of road of the road. She was having the same suicide at the end of the life of her.
Christy Cheslie, pardon, one second, I will restart. Cheslie Kryst. Her family has to do again for second time forensic or with the new forensic guy or check up again the blood test, something are about to arrange whatever they injected, whoever pushed her to that uh, push her over the building. That person as well push her in her her blood the, to literally exaggerate the heart attack as well. That will be revealed. I know that this family need a closure as well. This was organized and paid executors from her office, whoever was the manager from her age of 16, right when she was young. She was literally rejected. She wanted to cancel being in this industry of modeling.
Cheslie Kryst. Her family has to do again for second time forensic or with a new forensic guy or check up again the blood test, something that are about the range, whatever they injected, whoever pushed her to the uh, push her over the building. This person as well push her in her butt in her blood the, to literally exaggerate the heart attack as well. That will be revealed. I know that this family need a closure as well. This was organized and paid executors from her office, whoever was the manager from her age of 16, right when she was young. She was literally rejected. She wanted to cancel being in this industry of modeling. Chelsea Priest.
Chelsea.
Her family has to do again for second time forensic or with a new forensic guy or check up again the blood test, something that are about the range, whatever they injected, whoever pushed her to the push her over the building. That person as well push her in her butt in her blood the, to literally exaggerate the heart attack as well. That will be revealed. I know that this family need a closure as well. This was organized and paid executors from her office, whoever was the manager from her age of 16, right when she was young. She was literally rejected. She wanted to cancel being in this industry of modeling. Chelsea Kryst. Uh,
Chelsea. Please, guys. That's all. Guys, let's pray that the family of Paul Cheslie Kryst and Ruslana Korshiunova and Anastasia Drozdova, along the rest of the models that they are literally vanished from their planet, from their executors, will find the truth, and the family will literally have a closure, and the justice will be served. And yes, girls, in a part of my woman empowering that I worked more than 20 years in for the women human rights and empowering the woman, better don't emerge, don't even try the modeling industry, because it's a part of a sexual undercover sex trafficking. So guys, uh, please do spread this video, and let's pray that the soul, this little soul, these sweet ladies, pure angels, beautiful Ruslana, Anastasia, and Cheslie, will find, will, well, their spirits will be in a better place, in another dimension, in front of Creator, and their executors will be during the life still found and brought to justice. Amen. And guys, peace and love, and take care, and pray not to have a global war. Kisses to all. Kisses. Here it is. I'm going to download everywhere. Do check up and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, guys. And in a short version, you have a short version as well on my YouTube channel. Subscribe, put the alarm bell 2 times per day. We have a live stream. We have a daily news. First live stream about a noon time lunch break in New York time. That's a French time, 6 p.m. As well, the second live stream is literally 2 hours before this, around after the work time, around 6, 7, after 7 p.m. New York time, East Coast, or French time after midnight or 1 a.m. That's the second one. Is usually again open tarot reading on sale during the live stream. If it's not a ghost story, mystery story, as well, it's a twin flame energy, real or fake twin flame, and angelic messages for lovers. Kisses to all. Do check out Justice album and rituals list for manifestation as well. And spread this news. Kisses to all. Thank you in advance for PayPal donation, for supporting my good karma work with PayPal donation, joining my karma work, good karma work in Asia with orphans. Kisses to all. Peace and love. Stay safe.